Hey, fellow babies, and welcome to the show. Kim Kardashian herself once referred to as more enjoyable than divorcing a lunatic. It's the 42 Show.
Hello, everybody. Oh, I forgot to say hello, you shitty buggers. Oh, sorry, I'll do that right now. Hello, you shitty buggers. And yes, in a viper's pit of news tonight, we've got, something that was hard to swallow. A bit of news there. A thieving git. And something else was, you don't want to swallow. We got some outrage. We have a plethora of world leaders news and Tesla woes. And first of all, we're going to go to one of those little world leaders, little Kim.
Yeah, Kim Jong-un's having a little bit of a time here. See that photo? You want to see a better version of that photo? That's him right there. So what's going on here is North Korea's got some real flooding action going on, and Kim has declared an emergency in the whole bit. Photographs show submerged farmland and homes after heavy rain hit a couple of cities and counties which border China. So maybe they just let another dam go and didn't give a rat's ass. State media said many were later rescued by airlift. Well, it doesn't look like they airlifted their supreme leader. They just, sent them through the water. Look at that thing. That's swimming. These natural disasters are likely to compound existing issues like food scarcity and poor infrastructure as well. Because, if you've ever seen the North Korea picture at night, there's hardly any lights on, right?
No.
It's crazy. How are they going to recover from something like this and still build another missile that'll just land in the ocean and hurt nobody but a whale? They're more known too for like concealing things that happen in their borders, but somehow they just seem to be really open about this one, calling it a grave crisis and so on. They didn't mention any casualty figures. It did say more than 4,200 North Korean residents were evacuated. 10 planes made as many as 20 consecutive round-trip flights. And there's the photographs here of Fat Face himself. He's in a Lexus. He shouldn't need a Range Rover doing that much swimming.
I would like to wonder, when he says we're evacuated, does he actually mean that their like governmental regime helped? Or they just left?
No. What they're talking about is planes that went over as gunships, just shooting people instead of bothering to rescue them. Right?
Yes.
Because that's what they probably would have actually done.
Yeah. No casualties due to the flood.
Yeah. And Kim here personally directed the battle trying to fight off the flood. What the fuck would this guy know about flooded land?
It's like King Canutes at the seashore.
No doubt. Yeah. And they're saying he's putting himself out there and demonstrating that the state is able to provide for its people. How about electricity or light bulbs?
I suppose you'd be quite good at plugging a dam. Just shove him in there.
Yeah, that's true. So there's another picture of what's going on. It's pretty drastic flooding. Like that's going to really screw things up, right?
That's bad.
Now, there's a bit more here. It's from the BBC. Flooding isn't uncommon in North Korea. In fact, seasonal rains and monsoons have made floods a yearly affair. So maybe Fat Face does actually know something about floods. I don't know. But this could cripple the agricultural sector over there. And I think that means like 7 farms are now screwed because they don't seem to eat very well by the reports we get. Unless you're in the capital city, right? But yeah, so chaos over there. I wonder if he's going to cry to his little buddy Vladimir Putler. We need some help. Fuck off. I'm fighting a war, an invasion.
They'll send over some rice to soak it up.
Yeah. Before we switch here, Demetrius Ziganovas in with a direct donation. Greetings from Kaunas, Lithuania. For real here, what's the probability of Harris winning? We've got some politically minded stories, so we'll get back to that as they come up here. And then we've got Papa Dutch in with a super chat. Slava Ukraine, Heroyam Slava. And Shills, a modern philosophy. That's a double shot super chat there. Oh, brilliant. I like that. I'm surprised I was able to say it. So that's good.
Yeah, I'm going to have to learn that word.
Yeah. My brain was only just barely ahead of my mouth, but I got there.
That's more than normal.
Yeah, true enough, right? Yeah.
So talking about, wet and soggy things, the boss of a seafood delicacy business has spoken out of the shock he experienced harvesting a monster oyster as big as a newborn baby. Ugly baby.
Tom, like fossilized elephant shit. Look at the size of
it. Tom Horwood said that he was fascinated after his company retrieved the huge mollusk weighing 5.5 pounds. Which is 2.5 kilograms. Mr. Horwood estimates the 12 inches long and 5 inches wide oyster is 20 years old. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Which makes it considerably rare, as they usually only live for around 6 years in harvested water. In other words, they get collected and eaten.
Exactly, yeah. This is what they'd look like if we would just leave the fucking things alone for a little while.
You can make a steak out of that. He says, my first thought was, flipping heck. Brilliant. We work with oysters all the time and see thousands upon thousands a day. But to see one like that, it was fascinating. You could see the growth lines on it just like a tree.
Yeah.
Very intriguing. Yeah. Richard Horwood's oysters, founded in 1769. He's aged well himself.
Wow.
Harvest around 1 million mollusks a year, but Mr. Horwood said that this one is the largest he's ever seen. Yeah.
Sounds to me like he's getting a little horny over this.
Yeah. Some can be left growing as they keep getting missed, and they can end up to around 20 years old. Yeah, we figured that one out, thanks. Unlike other delicacies, size doesn't confer special treatment. And if the oyster does make it to the market store, it would be sold according to the weight of its meat.
Yeah, but this
not his cock. If
all oysters were this size, it would change the way we speak. Oh, would you like to go out for oyster? Because you'd only have one.
Yeah.
Well,
you normally swallow them whole, don't you?
Oh, people just dying in the aisles. I'm choking.
This is going to be one of those sort of things you see on one of those food eating challenges. Just they eat the 5.5 pound oyster in one go.
That's funny.
No thanks.
I wonder if they get shittier tasting as they get older like that, right?
Well, I know I do. I'm all piss and vinegar and grizzle now, so you know what I mean.
Yeah. You have to tenderize you with a backhoe.
Yeah. Sorry, ladies. This meat is off.
Oh God. No. So ByteDance and TikTok have hit the news now. Not that they haven't been recently, but the plot thickens. So, the whole thing with the U.S. and TikTok has just gone a step further. In a filing with federal appeals court, the Department of Justice alleges that TikTok has been collecting sensitive information about user views on socially divisive topics. The DOJ speculated that the Chinese government is getting this data as well and using it to sow disruption in the U.S. and cast suspicion on, the democratic process and people within it. TikTok has made several overtures to the U.S. to create trust in its privacy and data controls, but it has also been reported that the service at one time tracked users who watched LGBTQ content. Right. So where is it here? They use a data collection thing that they call Lark. Lark is similar to other workplace messaging platforms like Slack and Teams. And I know another one had an issue with theirs, and they were making fun of people in the background on it. But it also collects a trove of personal user data and photos, country of resident, internet protocol address, your IP address, device and user IDs, and some potentially illegal content, depending on, what you're doing with the camera and whatnot. Government lawyers made their case in documents filed late Friday to the Federal Appeals Court in Washington. It alleged that the information collected by Lark wound up being stored on Chinese servers and accessible to employees in China. They warned that the Chinese government also has its hand in the pie here, and these servers are accessible by the Chinese government. And then you've got all kinds of angles where you can really use the human condition against itself. And you can, properly use psychology and all the other ologies that pertain to manipulate people. So the plot thickens here. It's getting worse and worse for these guys because every time you turn around, now it's not just that they're sharing information, but we're seeing how deep it goes. And this is potentially quite bad.
Yeah, especially on the manipulation side. I mean, people are, we've seen manipulation at work without the Chinese government. So they get involved. God knows what it would be like.
Yeah, I watched 3 reports on activities in China the other day, and I ended up ordering Chinese food, and I tipped the driver $20. And then afterwards, I was like, I felt like I was drunk during that. And I'm just kidding, but you know what I mean?
Well, can't go wrong with Chinese food.
Well, China's not China, ByteDance, is trying to come back at the Department of Justice and say, look, we're going to offload all our data collection to American Oracle servers and so on, but I'm sorry, that means absolutely jack squat because it doesn't matter where the servers are. You're in control of your server activity on the platform and as such still have access to the data. And it's just garbage, Yeah. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. Okay. I think I can make the video play for you on this one.
Yes. This little git, a shoplifting bird dubbed Steven Seagull, which is quite strange because we had the story about the guy climbing the lamp to save a seagull.
Yeah,
he was dubbed Steven Seagull. So anybody with a seagull involved is called Steven Seagull. Right. But anyway, this little git has been banned from a convenience store for flying off with packets of crisps over a 6 years stealing spree. It's just run amok. The staff at the Lindale Central store in Wyke Regis, Dorset, have put up posters urging customers to close the door behind them in a bid to stop Stephen.
Look at that.
Yep.
Looks like he was taught by somebody in the hood, man.
At least it's not turned violent. There's no gun crime involved. But the manager of the store, Stuart Harmer, said that the crafty seagull had made off with about 30 packets of crisps in the last 2 months alone. He says, trying to explain to the powers that be that I've got stock loss because of a seagull, they think it's a joke.
Can I just interject here? The owner of the store, I forgot your name there, buddy, whatever it is, but you are one full bucket of stupid to let it keep happening instead of just moving the chips and putting maybe bottles of water there or something. And, they're right at the door. Like kids could just sorry, but an ounce of prevention.
I had a great idea for prevention, and I was going to lead on to that, but I'll come to that in a minute. So, Mr. Harmer said Stephen comes into the shop when the doors are open, puts his head around the corner of the door, nicks a packet of crisps, and he flies off with it. According to him, Stephen says is particularly fond of barbecue beef flavored crisps. Once outside the shop on Portland Road, he uses his beak to open the packet and then eats the crisps in the streets alongside his feathered friends. He
must be a hero. How do you do this?
Yeah. Yeah. Loads of customers have seen him do it, and he's not shy. He admitted that Stephen was very daring and sometimes annoying, but conceded, "What can you do?" Staff at the shop have used posters to encourage customers to keep the door closed behind them. And Mr. Harmer has even said if the door's shut, he will bang his beak on the door to open it. Now, in the prevention, hey,
fucker,
Stuart says,
open up. I'm hungry here. You know?
Yeah, you're part of the prevention. Stuart said, in a desperate move to stop the thief, the team put out a selection of spicy flavored crisps, but Stephen ignored them and still managed to find his favorite flavor.
Oh, that's awesome. I wish they would have shown that where he was being picky about it.
Yeah.
Where are they? There they are. You know?
I know exactly. I mean, I have an idea of crime prevention on this. Instead of putting crisps there, how about a cat?
Put rice cakes. He'll probably attack you.
Just a cat. Just put a cat there.
That's true.
or a bigger bird. Yeah. Get an eagle.
Yeah, but you got to watch what kind of cat you use, because you could get one that actually colludes with the bird, lets him go, and then goes around the back and gets his share, right?
Yeah. You can fly up. You can even reach that cat food at the top there.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, no, the pounce treats. Yeah, I want the treats. Couple of shout outs here. Demetrius Ziganovas, Kaunas, Lithuania. Okay, my good sir, Kaunas. Okay, I think I'm right. I have said it right and then wrong and then completely screwed it up. And there seems to be this weird rotation where I just, I can never remember.
Yeah. Which was the right way to do it? I did it once.
Yeah. It's like every time I put my key in my front door, half the time it's upside down. No, I'm just kidding. Ian Villanova also sent in a $16 direct donation there. Beer fund. So cool. Thank you. Let me see here. Is there anything else I'm supposed to read off? No. Oh, and I'm supposed to go. Okay. Let's see. Let's get you in the mood for this one proper. I don't know why this idiot's wearing a cowboy hat either, but it's the picture that came with it. What are you going to do? But Tesla, you know how they've had a couple of recalls with the Cybertruck lately? They had the brake pedal that they had to put a screw rivet thing through and whatnot. Well, it's really taken off now in the recall world of Tesla. 1.8 million vehicles have now been recalled because of a hood issue that could increase the risk of a crash. Now, the way this is worded is hilarious. So you got billionaire Musk's Tesla is recalling vehicles 21 to 24 Model 3s, Model S, Model X, and the 2024 Model Y. So that's all of their vehicles, because the hood latch assembly may fail to detect an unlatched hood after it's been opened. The unlatched hood can fully open when the vehicle is in motion, potentially obstructing the driver's view. Wow, well, what? Is it made of glass? Can you see through it? Because if the hood pops up, it's not potentially obstructing my view. It's looking through a wall, right?
Oh, well, he might be looking out the side window.
Yeah, true. Okay. But this, in all likelihood, could increase the likelihood of a crash. Oh, my God.
Good. Who wrote this? Yeah. The script writers for Ancient Aliens.
Right. Now, this is the part that I find very concerning. So Tesla began investigating customer complaints about the issue on the Model 3 and the Model Y vehicles in China first, and then it spread through Europe and into the United States finally. And it's a latch switch that is slightly deformed in its manufacturing. So what is Tesla going to do? They're going to put out a software update to fix the issue. They're not going to actually make a proper switch and not a deformed one. They're going to put out a software update that works around the fact that you have a defective piece of garbage item in your car. What a jerk.
It's kind of clever, you got to admit. If you can fix shoddy engineering with a software fix, well, yeah, that's the future of humanity.
Yeah. I mean, at this point, Tesla automobiles are operating like some of the modern video game studios. They put out a game that's clearly unfinished, and then over a period of updates, you eventually get a working game for your $80.
Yeah. You have to pay extra for all the bigger guns.
Yeah. Oh, sir wants graphical glitches to go away. That's $20 a month.
I've got to say so. Talking about graphical glitches, that photograph of him in the big hat there, he actually does look like he's basically that's the new Tesla bot. They're working into Westworld.
He's putting the Brokeback in the mountain.
Yeah. Okay. Enough about that. Right. Onto one slimy git, onto more slimy gits from Taco Bell, because a Taco Bell diner claims that they were left in the bad taste in their mouth after allegedly finding a nose ring in his meal.
Oh,
what's worse? It looks like it's attached to a bit of the nose.
Oh, that's it. Yeah, it probably is. There was a mafia killing in the factory.
The customer took to Reddit to share a photo of his lunch, which appeared to have an unexpected item of jewelry lodged in a piece of diced onion. He posted, "Found a nose ring in my Taco Bell today." The post quickly sparked a flurry of comments from fellow social media users, with one joking, "Nobody knows where it came from." Oh, with writing like that, who needs the Shills? That's not funny.
But how easy is this to solve? Go back to the Taco Bell and look for the employee with the nose piercing hole without anything in it. Grab him by the back of the head and start punching.
Well, I will come on to that in a minute. However, the conversation soon turned serious. He gets his handbag out. It's turned serious now, has it? One person wrote, "I'd definitely go back and bring it to their attention." However, the man said he had already raised the issue, adding, "I called them and told them." She said, "Nobody here has a nose stud." I replied, "Well, not anymore."
Not anymore.
This story just I would say gets better and better, but it doesn't. Speculation.
Hopefully it wasn't like a penile piercing.
You're taking all my gags away, you bastard. You're beating me to the punch. Anyway, speculation arose about how the ring supposedly ended up in the food, with one person. Well, I wonder if they got some of their ingredients already prepped, like some onion chopper at a different location lost their nose ring. Worth going to the next level to report, "You're lucky you didn't break a tooth, or worse." Honestly, just people on the internet. Why do they have to get involved? It's just.
Yeah.
Just keep out of the.
Just keep out of the whole process, right?
Yeah, I know. However, the customer claimed that the incident did cause him dental damage, albeit minor. He wrote, "I mean, part of my filling broke a bit, but just a small amount.
I got better."
Wait. Yeah. Thank you, news. Thank you, journalists out there, for bringing this amazing story to us and the reactions to it. But yes, you did steal my thunder. I was going to suggest that it may not have been a nose ring.
Sorry.
It could have somebody's Prince Albert, and then even worse, how did it get in? What was he doing? We need a next bit of protein in that Taco Bell.
Yeah. I think they have to take the pockets away from the uniforms.
All right, go on. You do your next story, and I'll work in a cock joke into it. Go on.
Oh, that won't be hard. So, that's
big cock, giant cock.
Yeah. So Polish deputy foreign minister, crazy name, expressed doubt about Hungary's membership in the EU and NATO after controversial remarks by Hungarian Prime Minister, that fucking guy, about Poland. Giving a speech at the Tuscano Summer University on July 27th, Orban had criticized Poland's hypocrisy, as well as what he called the misguided policies of the EU and the West. Orban also accused Poland of changing the balance of power in Europe by weakening the Berlin-Paris axis in favor of a new configuration, London, Warsaw, Kyiv, Baltic states, and Scandinavia. We do not do business with Russia, unlike Prime Minister Orban, who is on the margins of international society in the EU and NATO. And this is the Polish Foreign Ministry dude talking here. And he added that the U.S. ambassador to Budapest commented very negatively on Orban's speech. Bartoszewski, I think is his name, described Orban's speech as an attack on Poland, the U.S., the EU, and NATO. I do not understand why Hungary wants to remain a member of organizations that they dislike so much and that supposedly mistreat Hungary. Why does Orban not form a union with Vladimir Putin and some of the other authoritarian states, right? It's the principle that if you don't want to be a member of a club, you can always withdraw. Certainly, this is an anti-EU, anti-Ukrainian, and anti-Polish policy at the moment. The deputy minister also brought up that Budapest is currently blocking 2 billion zlotys, 509 million owed to Poland from the EU for reimbursement for the military equipment Poland has given to Ukraine. So what the hell is that? During his speech, Orban claimed peace can only be brought from the outside. He said that both Ukraine and Russia believe they can win and are unwilling to negotiate. And, you know, we all know that Orban's visit had everybody up in arms, right? So I like how people are starting to openly say, well, if everything's so bad, what's your punk ass doing here? Grab your jacket and get the fuck out.
Yeah. You know where the door is.
Exactly. Screw this asshole.
You got a super chat that pertains to this story, so you might as well do that one.
Okay. Well, we got a couple. So we got Papa Dutch coming in with another super chat. Do you own a Tesla? Buy yourself some fucking hood pins. That's a good idea. Imagine all the Teslas with like total race car hood pins coming up in the next 90 days. That'd be hilarious. And then we got Papa Dutch at the end. Orban is listening to something? You're kidding me. No, I think what he's doing is he's listening for the zipper to go down because Vladimir had walked in the room.
No, he's there, and I'm just heckling from the back, going cock. He's going, oh, pardon.
Every time Vladimir walks into the room and taggles his zipper, Orban just falls to his knees to pray.
Oh dear. So we go from one ugly dummy to another ugly dummy. Because the National Wax Museum in Dublin is committed to creating a new wax figure of Irish singer Sinead O'Connor after a significant public backlash.
It looks like an unused character from Team America World Police.
You're doing it again. I'm going to you. Speaking right, it comes after the museum unveiled a waxwork of the late singer and activist to coincide with the first anniversary of her death. Oh, what a lovely thing to commemorate. The figure was first unveiled on Thursday as a tribute to the singer, but the museum now has said that it will be removed in order to create a more accurate representation. Amongst those who criticised the original figure was O'Connor's brother, John. He said he was shocked when he first saw the waxwork online and said it was inappropriate. He says it looks nothing like her, and I thought it was hideous, he said. He also thought it looked like something from Thunderbirds. Thank you, Dick Dawson, for preempting that line. However, it seems actually quite funny because if you actually scroll at the other pictures of her, even the pictures of her don't look like her. But who's that? That's Scary Spice, isn't it? I don't know who that is. He added that they've got an older picture. That doesn't look like her either. Look, that looks like some skinhead who would beat up some kids in the corner of the street.
Yeah, I think that guy just stole a bike from my neighborhood.
But a statement from the museum said, in response to the public's feedback regarding the wax figure, we acknowledge that the current representation did not meet our high standards or the expectations of Sinéad's devoted fans. We have listened closely to the reactions and agree that the figure does not fully capture Sinéad's unique presence and essence.
Why couldn't they have shaved her head evenly? What the hell's going on?
The museum said O'Connor's impact on music was immeasurable. Are you sure about that? I'm sure you could actually measure it by. Like,
I can measure it in about 2 hit singles in 4 years.
Yeah, I was going to say you measure it by record sales, don't you? That's how they do it. And its goal is to honour the late singer in the most fitting and respectful manner. Which, with this in mind, we are committed to creating a new wax figure as a better reflection of O'Connor's true spirit and iconic image.
If they want to do it, if they want to do it properly, she should be halfway through tearing up a picture of the Pope.
They'll just get some old casting of Sean Connery and put that instead. Yeah. But our team of skilled artists will begin this project immediately. Why? What were they doing beforehand? Ensuring that every detail is meticulously crafted to celebrate her legacy appropriately. It says the museum looks forward to unveiling a new figure that truly honors O'Connor and her extraordinary impact. Extraordinary.
Wow. They're really kissing ass in this, aren't they?
Could somebody please tell me what the extraordinary impact of Sinéad O'Connor was? Because all I remember was that song that she stole off Prince.
Nothing compares to you.
Well, actually, that's what the museum people said when they looked at the waxworks.
Yeah, no,
nothing compares to her.
No, they said this don't compare to her.
You did it again. You did it again.
I was waiting to do that one. But in North America, for us, she was nobody. And then she was on Saturday Night Live and she ripped up a picture of the Pope on the show right at the end of the song. And wow, did people flip out.
Yeah. I mean, I know she's had her fans. And all that kind of stuff. No problem. We get it. Yeah. But extraordinary impact? It's
like saying Hootie and the Blowfish had a massive impact on this on the music industry.
It's like there was a video I saw in my recommendations earlier, some movie star, and it was like 20 things about such and such a person you didn't know. I'm thinking, I don't even know the person. Never mind the 20 things I didn't know about him.
Yeah. And I only have room to care about none. So,
skip.
Yeah, exactly. Okay, so let's see here. What do we got? Oh, we're pretty close.
Oh no.
Yeah,
we blathered on too much.
I'm going to go to this one here. So we had TikTok. We might as well just do a little bit more of them here. See the guy on the left? He was surgically altered to look like a Popeye type cartoon character. And this is a thing on TikTok where you've got some influencers that are doing this on purpose to look strange. And medical professionals and psychologists and stuff are wondering if this is good or bad. Look at what's going on here. This is, let me get to it here.
Yeah, you talk about Thunderbirds, puppets, and shit like that.
Yeah. This one here, an architect and pop surrealist and painter in New York, done jawline, sculpted cheekbones and whatnot. And then there's this one here. Like literally, look at what this person has done to their jaw and chin and everything, right? What are you going to do in 10 years when you go, you know what? Maybe approaching grandmotherhood, this isn't where I wanted to be. Look at
my God.
Right? And this is what like TikTok is like these people are making money on TikTok showing this to people. I hope people are going, wow, you're instead of going, oh, I love it, right? I just like, look at this.
Popeye.
Yeah.
I'm Popeye the Sailor Man. Doot, doot.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting, right? TikTok, it's really healthy for everybody.
I mean, that's got to be like a short-lived kind of monetary gain there. You know, it's not like people aren't going to like continually send you money because you've got a funny-looking chin.
Yeah, I'm very. I don't get how that's a long-term career choice. You know.
Well, we're desperate, so we'll try it. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Cypher here has the right idea. Cypher comes in with a super chat. Get that shit off the screen. Slava Ukraine. Heroyam Slava. My God, what the hell is wrong with people? What's your next one here? What do you want to end on?
Outrage, because an English-speaking tourist don't know why that's relevant, has sparked outrage in Florence after swimming topless in a fountain before inviting her friends to join her. The blonde woman was filmed swimming in the fountain at the Piazza Santo Spirito in Florence, wearing nothing but black pants. She even asked other people sitting on the edge of the basin, "Are you going to come in?" But no one appeared to join her in the murky water. Yeah, probably all that filth came off her. After
you've been decontaminated.
You're not allowed to talk anything because you might steal my jokes. After footage of her nightly swimming session was shared on social media, locals slammed the tourist bathing Mother Nature style in the fountain, with one saying, "Shame should come back into fashion." It comes after a few days after another female tourist, whose nationality is not known, clambered on the treasure statue of Giambilon Bacchus in the Borga San.
She's twerking it.
To simulate sex with the famed artwork. So famous. Yes, it's really done with Sinéad O'Connor. The blonde woman who appeared to be a native English speaker was filmed swimming in the fountain at in Florence wearing. Hang on, I've already done that bit. But anyway, why do tourists that come to our home country and do whatever the fuck they want? When we go to their countries, we have to do what they say. One person commented. Actually, it's not fucking true, because I've seen foreign visitors in London doing all kinds of stuff they're not supposed to do. But you know, it's what tourists do. It's what people do when they're on holiday. They like about, you know, just shut up.
I'd go to number 10 and ask for a light, man. You know, my stogie in my hand. You know?
Yeah, you'll probably get one as well. No, people jump into fountains all the bloody time. You know, just shut up, stop whining about it. It's not like you're endangering the species of animals inside the fountain.
Now that's funny. Think of the goldfish that somebody might have put in there first. It can wind up in your.
Ooh.
Let's see. Clock says we're done. We're out. Being Tuesday, we won't see you till Thursday. We'll thank the team and everybody in between in the credits. Keep your stick on the ice.
And keep your dick in of ice.
Farty pants. And a big shout out to the team who help us do everything in the background. I had two of them over today helping me install a new air conditioner, no less. We've got Annette who runs the team, PJ CNET on the running the news crew. We got Shayna, Super Chat, Matt, and Crazy Cat in the house. So thanks, everybody. Oh, we got Skits Crasher, too. Look at that, crashing the party right at the end.
As thank you everybody who sends in super chats, donations, and all the little twiddly little financially things that help keep the channel ticking over. We are most appreciated. Don't forget to hit like on the way out. Bing! I've done that now, so you can do the bloody same. And don't forget to share us out. Share us out is the most important thing. Share us out so you get lots and lots of people coming to super chat, so you don't have to. It's a bargain. It's the best way around. Just make sure you do it that way. And we'll see you all on Thursday for some more news.
Good night, everybody. Take care out there.
Good night. Stay chilly.